Milhevic is in the middle. It's played in towards Matko Milhevic. Milhevic finds Brian White. And Brian White puts it wide. He set himself up so nicely. He got rid of the defender and then couldn't hit the target.
This is just a great sequence, but wonderful ball here. It's just his first touch. It takes him away too many steps to have to go recover it. And yeah, the fake shot was his only option because at that angle, it's going to be difficult, especially with the defender recovering. But nice little move to cut it back on his foot. But if that first touch was right there where it was one step away, he's got that opportunity.
Milhevic with the pass in towards Brian White there. Milhevic getting his goal at the weekend as well. It's been a camp of firsts with those 3 goal scorers, Adjiman, McGlynn and Milhevic on the weekend, and then Brian White tonight. Jones. Milhevic. Milhevic's ball through for McGlynn. Neat play here on the edge of the box. Jones rolls it down the left side. Caden Clark will get that cross in. Just drifting behind from Clark, who came on at half-time for his second cap. He got an assist on McGlynn's 1-0 goal against Venezuela. Clark originally called up in December of 2021 against Bosnia-Herzegovina, but didn't play. Now plays for CF Montreal, where he moved from Minnesota in August and had a wonderful end to the season for CF Montreal. Brought down by Robinson. Turned over here, and Rojas will carry it forward. 1 goal in 4 caps for the 19-year-old. Rachel plays it out wide to that right side. Rojas. Good touch off Devon Jones. Comes back here to the edge of the box. Brand with a strike, and now that one's played in. It's another wonderful save from Zach Steffen.
Wow.
Alan Cruz with a strike. Zach Steffen coming up big for the 2nd time on the night.
This is big time. Just watch how quickly, I mean, this is in. Yes, it's not over in the corner, but there's plenty of pace on it. This is fired in. It's starting away from him, bending over his hand, and a very strong hand again, just reaching it across his body, full extension, and it looks easier in slow motion than it was live. That's a fantastic save.
2 saves tonight, both really good ones. Front post. Green was looking to clear. McGlynn will get it away. Milhevic is fouled. It was interesting chatting to Zach Steffen yesterday, because he said the way that he's being asked to play now with the national team is very different to what he's been used to at club level for the different clubs that he's played for and the different coaches that he's played for. He's asked to play deeper, to be less aggressive. Tony Jimenez, the goalkeeper coach, telling him to protect the goal, not play so high. Club level, it's more about playing a little bit further up the pitch. He said, so how will you adapt when you go back to Colorado? He said, well, we'll find out.
Well, protect the goal, he has.
Milhevic. Too far in front of Caden Clark. He said his defenders at Colorado are used to him being a little bit more aggressive. And he's going to have to now find a way to do that with his club, while doing what Mauricio Pochettino and Tony Jimenez want out of their goalkeepers at international level as well.
We know where he was first told to play very high off his line, that's for sure.
It's kind of a Guardiola thing.
Yeah.
It's out for a US throw in the final third here. I think another change is coming up very shortly. It might even be Shaq Moore coming in here. Let's head back downstairs to Melissa.
Luke and Kyle, you guys are talking about Zach Steffen, and how he's been told by Tony to play deeper and less aggressive. Well, the meaning behind playing deeper, he said, it's actually giving him more time and more space, meaning he's making more saves in training. It's definitely showing in today's match. His shot stopping today has been on par.
So what's it like having Tony Jimenez as the goalkeeper coach? He said intense. That seems to be the word from every player when you talk about training under Maurizio Pochettino. But he said he brings pressure to every aspect of training, and he already feels that that is helping him keep calm in chaos in game situations.
Well, I watched a save in training the other day where the wonderful new goalkeeper coach that has a long relationship with Pochettino got on his knees and bowed to the goalkeeper. So I'd say that the intensity comes with the love and the belief in these players as well.
Miles Robinson leaving the game just before the hour mark here with Shaq Moore coming in. Moore started the game at the weekend. The 90 minutes he played against Venezuela was his first appearance since playing here in Orlando against Brazil back in June. Came on right at the end of that one. Moore down the right side, finds Vassilev in towards the edge of the box, and a little flip there from Brian White. He's back for Anelli. Wide for Jones on the far side. Midland. And Hevick. Back to the path of McGlynn, who strides forward with purpose. Moore making a run through, and Vassilev just couldn't quite find him. US Soccer on TNT is brought to you by AT&T. Connecting changes everything. The US still leading, thanks to Brian White's first international goal in the 21st minute. 1-0 here against Costa Rica on a chilly night in Orlando. Havoc. Lovely ball into the path of White. By Vassilev, who might well get a yellow card as he chopped down Mora. I think he might get away with it, actually. Despite the protest from the Costa Rica players. Stefan acknowledged to us there is a battle going on right now for spots with the goalkeepers. It's one of these storylines, but said that despite that, everyone gets along, they all support each other. He feels they've got a good group of players, good group of goalkeepers who are all doing whatever possible to help each other out.
It's Turner's position. That's going to be a competitive spot for sure. Yeah. Unlike where you had the Friedel, Keller, Howard years, where all these guys were clear number ones, and they would have had a lot more caps if one of them wasn't around. Yeah, this is just Pochettino and everyone waiting for someone to step up and make it clear. And Matt Turner has done that at times, and the rest of the group have a chance to close the gap.
Sinclair turning here. We didn't really get much chance to see Patrick Schulte at the weekend against Venezuela, but my word, Zach Steffen stepping up tonight on a couple of occasions. Rojas. Played inside there, Rojas with a little flick, and Quiros towards the byline. Rojas going down, and the referee has blown. I think a handball was the decision from the referee.
Hey, Rojas. He's like a street baller. Just deceptive, incredible feet. He has been one of the lively players. Obviously, we've seen Mora do some things, but Ross, he just hasn't been unlocked in the final third. He hasn't been put in positions where he can get the defender's head down, and they got to get him more touches higher up the field.
He scored while still aged 18 on his debut last June against St. Kitts and Nevis, a World Cup qualifier, a 4-0 win. appearance at Copa America, coming on in a 3-0 loss against Colombia late in that game. And Rojas a little more effective in this second half since they made the changes. Stefan. Shackmore will carry it forward here. All changing clubs in the off-season, returning to Dallas. Been with Nashville since July of 2022. And Hevik's ball down the right side. He is down, hurt, and a free kick is coming here, and a yellow card as well. Yellow card shown to the captain, Fernan Fayron. He was on the matchday roster for all 15 games last year, Fayron, but he's only making his 4th appearance for his country today. Last played against Guatemala in a 0-0 draw in the Nations League in October, was in the Copa America squad but didn't play. Fayron coming late there on Milhevic.
Yeah, it was that second little movement. Yeah, the first touch wasn't that bad. It was just leaving that foot in and sending it back down.
Costa Rica already involved in World Cup qualifying. They've qualified for the last 3 World Cups, 6 in total, the 3rd most in CONCACAF, behind Mexico and the US. They won their first 2 games of qualifying last summer. Beat St. Kitts, Nevis 4-0, and then Grenada 3-0. They'll play Bahamas and Trinidad and Tobago in June. Stefan's ball forward towards halfway. Brought down by Brian White, looked like a handball. Brian White, after this camp, will go and join Vancouver for pre-season there in Marbella, in Europe. This ball curled in there from the edge of the area by the substitute Alan Cruz. Played twice before against the US in a 4-0 loss in June of 2021, a 2-0 loss in February 2019. Midland will have it forward, and that looked like a foul. Kevin Espinoza, the defender that came on at half-time, with that challenge. His debut for Costa Rica. And just short of the midway mark in the second half, the free kick coming up. McGlynn and Milhevic standing over him. Cordial discussion this time rather than the
I got this.
I've got the ball.
I mean, it's set up for a righty, but I mean, Glenn, I mean, there's just no one on the team close in terms of his ability to put the ball where he wants. So either side, I'm putting him on it.
Glenn with a game high at 104 touches against Venezuela. Glenn plays this one in. And Nelly backwards for Jones. Anthony Hernandez getting set to come in for Andy Rojas for Costa Rica. Here's the throw which the US were trying to take quickly. Matt Arfston is going to be coming in shortly for the US. Arfston, the Columbus fullback who played 65 minutes at the weekend. McGlynn looking to pounce but couldn't quite get that one. And now it's played in towards Jack McGlynn, who's into the box, goes down. And the referee, I think, he's not given a penalty here.
Yeah,
Well, Costa Rica are playing on, but he stopped the game.
He's got to give him a yellow. I mean, that's...
Yeah, yellow for a...
I mean, there's a chance it's not a penalty, but, I mean, a dive, yeah. I definitely saw contact from all the way back here. It's not a penalty. Yeah, all right. That's the yellow card. Yeah. Apologies to Mr. Corrado.
You see the contact from up here, but
right.
the close-up.
It's like, all he had to do was take a step with that right foot and just decided to leave it out. I think, you know, he's expecting contact that doesn't come, and the referee gets that absolutely right.
Afston for Vasilev. The change right now. Vasilev getting the start tonight, having come on at the weekend. He'll be heading back to St. Louis, his third season, I should say, with St. Louis, after a couple of loan spells with Miami during his time with Villa. Legendary defender Olaf Melberg now in charge at St. Louis.
Yeah, the tough part about that for McGlynn is a lot of times people dive if they're not going to be in a good position, and they're trying to force a penalty because they're not going to get the ball or not. I mean, he's getting to that. His next touch is a shot on goal, so it didn't need to go down so easy.
Still 1-0 as we're in towards the final 20 minutes here in Orlando. And Shaq Moore gets that ball back towards Jack McGlynn, and Zimmerman will have to clear up here at the back. Goes all the way towards Stefan. Zimmerman's 43rd cap tonight, having come on right at the end against Venezuela. Montreal's George Campbell in the dying moments in Fort Lauderdale. Lovely play from Shaq Moore. Diego Campos getting set to come in for Costa Rica. Ninelli. And it comes for Jones. Orlando Sinclair trying to win that one back here for Costa Rica, but Jones does well to get the throw on the far side.
Yeah, he's had a really strong performance, Jones. I love that dynamic first touch he takes, where it looks like he's got to control it, just sharply cuts it, and finds himself some space so the next touch can be played forward. He really hasn't put a foot wrong most of the game.
Played out to the right here for Shaq Moore. Moore's ball into the box. Comes back here for Caden Clark. Can he keep it in play? Just on that far side. And that is a free kick for Costa Rica. Here comes Diego Campos to replace Crechel Perez. Campos, a 29-year-old, coming on for his third appearance for his country. Went to college at Clemson from 2014 to 2017. Was drafted by Chicago Fire 38 in 2018 and went on to play a couple of seasons with the Fire in MLS. 1 goal in 33 regular season appearances. And he comes on here in Orlando for the final 20 minutes or so, as Miguel Herrera looks to find a way to ensure he doesn't lose his head coaching debut with Costa Rica. Milhevic is going to get a yellow card here.
It's a little silly. He's not getting to that ball, just leaves the foot in there.
Pochettino is well aware that Milhevic has that side to his game. And the referee with lots of whistle right now. Plenty of stoppages, the yellow card starting to come with greater frequency as these two CONCACAF rivals get into it here in this January camp game. High ball played forward there by Alan Cruz. 9 goals and 69 appearances in MLS. During his time with Cincinnati, played in a couple of Gold Cups. Patrick Adjiman is going to come in for the final few minutes of this one. Shot more goes down there. The US wanted a free kick for the foul by Alan Cruz. Nothing given by the referee. Comes back out for Mora, played in towards Sinclair on the edge of the box. Lovely skill as he brings it forward towards halfway. Rolled out towards the far side, and Clark was fouled. Or should I say, on the far side there was Max Arston. We talked a lot about the great story of Patrick Adjiman at the weekend. How he came from D3 in college to scoring on the international stage, and he'll replace another first-time goal scorer here as Brian White makes way with a little over 15 minutes left to play. Adjiman, the 24-year-old from East Hartford, Connecticut, in his first camp, drafted out of Rhode Island, 12th overall in 2023. Huge upside moving forward, and as Mauricio Pochettino said, maybe a type of striker, a profile that they don't really have.
It's a player with a lot of confidence, and obviously got his goal in his debut. There's a lot to his game. Now a lot of it's raw, and all of it can improve. His back to the goal, his decision making, his fitness, his consistency. But what you see is a player that has size, that has all sorts of categories that the U.S. needs. So we'll see how he progresses, but he's an exciting player.
Campos with the ball in towards the edge of the box and played forward by Hernandez. This is Arston. Milhevic. The shot from distance isn't troubling Stefan this time, as it was fired in there by Alejandro Brandt. He was more influential first half, Alejandro Brandt. Haven't seen as much of him since half-time.
Yeah, the chippiness of the game has actually disrupted some of the rhythm for Costa Rica. There's 15 minutes in the first half. They were really flowing. The game was at a very high pace, and Costa Rica were enjoying that, but they haven't really been able to get back into that gear.
To Ream on the far side. Jones up towards halfway. Adjiman couldn't quite hold that up. Mauricio Pochettino with a dash inside. Maybe gone for some more hand warmers.
Yes, he's inside with bees under a heat lamp.
This is Anelli. Inside for McGlynn. Anelli on the far side, played forward for Arston. Well, one back here as Anelli plays it in towards the edge of the area. Clark! Caden Clark makes it 2. A powerful strike, flying into the top corner. Caden Clark with his first US goal.
Don't get me wrong, this is an excellent finish. But Anelli, all game long, has been in wonderful positions in possession and has won the ball back several times, has forced negative passes. Been wonderful to go win the ball back, but lovely awareness to put that back to the top of the box. And then this is a excellent finish. I mean, that ball's bouncing. It's so easy to catch that off the wrong side of your foot and have it go into row Z. But it just puts his laces through it. This will be a perfect view of just snaps the foot through it. Absolutely no goalkeeper in the world is getting close to that. You can see the smile on his face, but that all starts with Nelly. Wonderful goal.
The technique, the pace, the precision. Caden Clark with a goal. And Nelly with the assist. 2 Real Salt Lake assists tonight. Luna on the first goal. And Nelly on the second. And the advantage doubled for the United States here as we move into the final 12 minutes. Didn't he take it well?
Those are the ones that you see those go anywhere. I mean, that is a hard skill to watch that all the way to your foot. Just make sure that you catch it cleanly, and you can't hit it any sweeter than that.
Bring back any memories?
I scored a goal for the U.S. off my left foot, and I definitely shanked it a little bit.
Mauricio Pochettino coming back out here. Hopefully he caught the goal on the television. He's having a chat with a couple of the fans.
They're explaining the goal to him.
Fire on. As the sweeping rain continues to drive towards the goal that the US are attacking. Heavy rain, it's a weird sort of misty.
Normally you see mist like this when you're in Florida, but it's at Disney World where you're waiting in line. It's crazy hot, not when it's freezing cold.
Here the US come down the left side once again. Austin playing it back towards McGlynn on the edge of the box. This is Enelli. Real havoc. Real havoc here with the cross in. Ajiman can't get there. Fans felt that that could have been a shout for a penalty, nothing given though, and to be fair, Ajiman didn't really appeal. 5 goals scored over the course of these 2 games with 10 minutes left to play. As Ajiman links up here with Clark, and that one has gone out for a goal kick.
Right. Here's a look at him. Watch Ajiman right there at the top of the 18. We saw this last game several times on a set piece. He got bear hugged a little bit, and it's just a little grab of his arm. The referee's close enough to see it, but not enough there to call penalty. We go back a year or so, and we're talking about who's going to step up in the 9 position. Now all of a sudden, everyone's scoring.
Ajiman tries to turn. Milhevic gets it at the byline, and it's gone for a goal kick. It's a very different situation, a different scenario last January, but there was a very different feel to the January camp and the defeat against Slovenia in San Antonio, as opposed to these 2 games where there's a clear direction under a coach who wants to play with this group a very similar way to the way he plays with the other group. And he's very adamant that he didn't want this to be looked at as a reserve squad or a B squad. He says everybody is part of the US men's national team, all learning to play the same way, all with an opportunity to try and get a place. This is Milhevic with a ball through for Ajiman. But there's just a bit more purpose this year.
Well, you know the word he used a few times, and he used it yesterday when we were talking to him, is hope. He wants every player to have hope.
Yeah.
And really what he means is belief that you can get there. And, you know, you watch what Weston McKennie and Pulisic and some of these guys are doing, like, yeah, there's no hope you're replacing some of these guys. What the hope is, you're nipping at their heels, or you're there to prove you can fill in where there aren't obvious players that you'd put in the lineup right now in Penn. And everyone's got to believe that they're close.
Throw here for Costa Rica down the left side. They've not won in the US since 2017. Caden Clark wins it back. Shaq Moore plays the ball forward. This is Alejandro Brown. Alan Cruz. Bolaños down the left side. Cruz helps it on. This is Mora. Mora for Sinclair. Joseph Mora with a cross straight in towards Zach Steffen.